Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Frank here, and today we're going to talk about hoses since the weather's getting nicer and everybody needs a hose for something, whether it's washing your car, watering plants, etc. And you might have a leak in your hose. In my case, I have a leak in the end here, and we want to fix that where it goes into the spigot. And so that's what we're going to show you today, how to save some money, because a lot of people will just run out and buy a brand new hose. It is a little bit windy today, so excuse the wind, but people will just go out and buy a new hose, and it's a perfectly good hose except for the end here. So what I have here is a kit, and you can get these on Amazon or your local hardware store, and it's going to come with several ends and fittings. And what I have here is it's going to come with the end where you hook your nozzle up to, but it's also going to come to the spigot end here. It's going to come with that. And you can see it has washer in there. Now this specific kit here comes with 5 of each, and it does come with the clamps, and you also get the washers. Now there are mixed reviews online about the quality of these clamps. Some say that they strip, that they don't tighten enough, that you should go get some more heavy duty ones. We're going to check that out today. And I also have a ratchet here. I prefer to use that. This is a 6mm and a small ratchet, and that's what we're going to use to tighten this up. So the first thing we have to do is cut this end off here, and what I'm going to use is these tin snips here. These are perfect. You could use a razor knife. You could use various different cutters to cut this with. It's probably a little too thick for a standard pair of kitchen scissors, but we want to cut this as straight as possible because we want to butt up the end of that to the back of this fitting here. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to go ahead and cut the end off, and we're going to get this fitting in here. Now if it doesn't go in right away, I mean, this hose has been in the sun, it's a little bit softer, it might be fine. Now there are different kinds of hoses. You got 3/4, you got 5/8. I'm pretty sure this is 5/8. You can measure it, but it's a pretty standard, when you buy a hose, the most common one is going to be 5/8. And so, but if it doesn't slip in there, you can always put a little soap and water on the end here and push it in. Maybe some 3-in-1 oil or a WD-40. I'd rather not use that. I want a tight fit, so I would probably just use soap and water to get it started if we have an issue. But let's check it out and see what happens. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is just take these tin snips here, and I'm going to try to cut this hose as equal as possible, as even as possible. Again, you could use a razor blade, or whatever you got that's sharp enough to cut through this. Well, you can see there that's pretty straight, pretty decent. We can trim it up a little bit. That's even straighter. And now we have our end here. But we're going to have to put our clamp on first, just like that. And we're just going to push this in as far as we can. Like I said, if you have an issue, you can always put a little soap and water on it. I'm going to give that a shot because it's a little tough. I'm just going to get a little soap and put it on here, and it should help it go in a little bit easier. Alright, I just went ahead and just put a little soap and water on the end. And I also have this screwdriver. I'm just going to use the end to push. And you can see how it's butted up against here. Now there are different kinds of these. You can get the ones that have 2 halves, and I'll try to show one here on the screen. This one has the 2 halves, A lot of people complain about this being sharp. You know, once you tighten this down, you're going to have an end from here sticking out. Now this isn't a big deal because this is by the spigot and you're really not handling that. You're just, you know, it just stays in one spot all the time. If you were putting this end on here where the nozzle hooks up to, you might want to, you know, do something else. You might want to use those ones with the two halves. They have two screws and you basically just put them on like this and tighten the two screws down. And a lot of people like those instead. These are cheaper and those ones are a little bit more expensive, but you be the judge. I mean, especially if you have kids or whatever, you don't want to get cut from this clamp. So that's just an idea, something that you can look at. So I have my clamp here. I'm going to go ahead and take my 6mm wrench here. I'm going to start tightening this down. So far so good. Now you don't want to over tighten this either. That could be where people are having their issues, is that they're over tightening it and you strip it. These can only handle so much torque. I don't see an issue with that. It's so far so good. It's tight. I think it's tight enough. So I'm going to take it in and hook it to the spigot and turn it on, and hopefully we won't have any leaks. Okay, so we're at the spigot here, and mine's kind of in a weird location because they built an add-on garage. So this would be normally outside. They didn't change it or move it outside. So I have a little area where, like a mud room kind of thing. It's in the garage. There's a cement floor, and that's where mine is. So that's why I don't want it leaking, because then it gets the floor wet, and I have like a rubber mat and it gets underneath there, and then you start to get mold underneath, so it's not a good idea. So that's one of the things that prompted me to fix this. So we have it hooked up here, and you always want to make sure too you check your washer, because this could be your problem if it's leaking. So just make sure you change that first. This does come with the washers, and there are mixed reviews on them as well. We're going to see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and put my washer in there. And I'm going to tighten this down. I just have a crescent wrench here. I don't want to get crazy. I just want to tighten it snug. Okay, so we have it on here. I don't see any leaks. We've turned it on, and I'm just looking around for leaks here. There's no leak at where we cut it and put the clamp on, and the clamp tightened up well enough. So I'm not sure what the complaints are in the comments for this product, but it seemed to work out good for me. The washer seemed to work out good. You just don't want to over tighten it, because then the washer will be ineffective. So you just don't want to over tighten that. So it looks good to me. I'm going to leave a link to the this product. Like I said, it came with 5 of these female and 5 of the male ones, and now I'll just put them away, and in the future I can repair the hose if I have another issue. Now the other type of unions that they have are a mending kit, and you'll need that when you have some damage on the hose itself somewhere farther up the line. And then you would do the same thing. You would just cut the hose, you know, cut out the bad spot, and then you'd put that nipple in there and put your 2 clamps. Now that's where it becomes a little more dangerous, because you know you're dragging the hose and it'll get stuck on things, and you don't want that. You don't want it to get stuck on things, or if you have kids and they like to play with the hose. So I would probably recommend that other type if you have kids, or if it's somewhere down the line on the hose. Now this isn't a big deal here. It's at the spigot. and you could see this clamp when I tightened it down. You could see it's flush with the clamp itself. It's not sticking out. So that's not going to be a problem. I'm definitely not going to cut myself. But again, I'm not handling this all the time. It just sits here and you turn it on and hope it doesn't leak. So that's it for the video today. I hope it helped you out. Again, I'll put the link in the description. And like and subscribe. It helps support the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know if you had this issue or if you went ahead and bought the kit and you were satisfied with it. I think it's worth it. I think it was like $8 or a little above $8. It's definitely worth it. These are not made of brass. I think a lot of people were complaining about that. I don't think it's a big deal. It is a brass color, but I believe these are aluminum. It really makes no difference to me. Again, I have so many of them that if anything happened to this years down the road, I have spares. So it's good for the price, decent deal. So again, thanks for watching. I hope the video helped, and we'll see you on the next one.